Good day. Meaningful Monday messages from Summerland, BC. Having a beautiful time here. And there's our beloved little Pono right there. Is he there? You can't see his face yet. There you go. And so I'm going to have a little beautiful message today that I want to share. Let me see if I can get this going right as well again. Oh, I had it perfect, but I needed to show you Pono. Okay, there we go. So today's Meaningful Monday message is about love. And like Hafiz says, what other topic is there that's of more importance and relevance than love? And this is a poem that came my way a long time ago. I think it was in my early 30s by Hafiz. And for me, it embodied the truth about love. Now, we in our misguided understandings, when we come together with somebody, oh, it's almost falling over, we say, I love you, and then we have this idea that love is just automatic and it's just going to keep flourishing itself without any effort or without any work or without any challenges. And that's what trips us up the most. We have a very unrealistic idea of love, of the sustainability of love beyond the honeymoon when we first meet and everything is perfect because we're meeting in the best self of ourselves. And that's what it's supposed to be. I call it the preview of coming attractions of what is possible when we are meeting in our best self. But what happens is after being with our best self for a while, our other self starts to come up. Our subconscious patterns that we don't even know we have come up. Our triggers come up. Things that we cannot foresee and we have no idea. And then another misguided idea is that, if there's triggers, then this isn't the right place or the right relationship or right person. And we're missing the point. The point is we fall in love to learn to love. We don't fall in love to just stay in love without any other experiences happening to challenge it. We come together to learn to love. And that is, for me, the most important thing to understand. And now, being in the relationship that I longed for all my life, with the man that I love so much, I see the truth in that. Because, man, we could have fallen apart so many times with triggers, subconscious pain being brought to the surface that neither of us understood in the other. But there was at least a willingness to be kind and a willingness to love, to find a way to love, even in the darkness, even in the challenging moments. And so this poem I want to share with you about Hafiz, for me, this is the reality of love. And that we are here to learn to love, not just fall in love and bang, that's it, or it's done. That's not how love is. And we need to grow up out of the teenage idea, childish idea of the fairy tale that we're presented in Hollywood and everywhere that we're shown. You fall in love and that's it, and that's the end of the story. That's not it, and that's why we suffer. That's why we're so miserable, because we're expecting something that's just not possible. So here's this beautiful poem. And I'm gonna just go a little bit away so you can have the beautiful view while I read this. It happens all the time in heaven, and someday it will begin to happen again on earth, that men and women who are married, and men who are lovers, and women who give each other light, often will get down on their knees, and while so tenderly holding their lover's hand, with tears in their eyes, will sincerely speak, saying, "My dear, how can I be more loving to you? How can I be more kind?" Take some deep breaths in and let these words touch you. Watch what these words do inside you when you're hearing them. And I feel that this writing is worthy of a second reading to really let it drop in. It happens all the time in heaven. And someday it will begin to happen again on earth, that men and women who are married, and men who are lovers, and women who give each other light, will often get down on their knees while so tenderly holding their lover's hand, with tears in their eyes, will sincerely speak, saying, "My dear, how can I be more loving to you? How can I be more kind?" Oh, we got a visitor coming. Oh no. So this is a really important. Oh no, sorry. Did you see that? He just nearly chased after another dog. So this is a really important poem, because it's also showing there's no division with love. You say, way back when, 18th century, 17th century, I think this is, men and women who are married, women and women who give each other light, and men who are lovers. So this poem is talking about love, the eternal love, the divine love, that's not about anything but love. And the way to love is to ask and really tune in, how can I be more loving? How can I be more kind? And also I want to expand this, not just with another, but with our own self. Who's the harshest on ourself but our own self? I know I'm guilty of that. Even with everything that I've come to understand and everything that I embody and know to be true, I still get visited by a little voice inside that challenges me and challenges me to re-encounter my worth and my value. But those voices, they have a reason. They are a feedback showing where a part of us needs more love, where maybe we didn't get the love that we needed, where we need to love ourselves stronger to bring our dreams to life. And through loving ourselves stronger, then we learn to be able to love others stronger, in the fullness, in the shadow, and in the light. So love is the big work of humanity in my eyes. It's my big work, for sure. And, going over the ages, even from the Bible, Corinthians, love endures all things, right? Love aspires to all things. Love is the greatest of faith and hope. So there's a message in there for us to deepen our understanding of love beyond the fairy tale. And the fairy tale is beautiful. And for me, the honeymoon can last once we've gone through the landmines, So, it's like the preview of coming attractions when we fall in love with somebody, or even it's the dream job or the dream work or, the dream friendship. All of that requires attention. All of it requires participation in sustaining and allowing that love to continue to grow beyond what we can even imagine it can be in the beginning. So how can you be more kind to yourself and loving? How can you be more kind and loving to your partner, to your family? And of course, this doesn't mean if there's abuse happening, yes, we have to have boundaries. But even with that, how can I show up with kindness for the suffering of this person whose only reality is to try to dominate and have power over people? And I've been there. I know this, so I've done this, and it's possible. And that's where healing happens. And then I just want to share one other little writing which fits with this. And I came across this author, Rainer Maria Rilke, when I lived in Germany, and I was studying movement therapy. And it was a gift that all the dancers in the school that I was studying with gave me, and it was from the book called Letters of a Young Poet. And this depicts also, again, the work. For one human being to love another human being, that is perhaps the most difficult task that has been given to us. The ultimate, the final problem and proof. The work for which all other work is merely a preparation. So I'm going to pick up my flute now, and I'm going to play, and I'm going to invite you to contemplate on love and contemplate rewriting your idea of love, to learning to love, rather than assuming that love is an automatic just because it's touched your heart at one moment in time. It takes work. It's like a garden. We gotta watch out for the weeds. We gotta feed that love. We gotta make sure, the pH balance is right. We gotta pull out the weeds of patterns and beliefs and stories and ideas that don't align with love, so that love can flourish. Okay, so I'm gonna play my flute now. And I invite you to just pause, breathe, and allow love to touch you. John is filling me. It's time to love one another. Love is the uniting force. Focus on the love. Drop the aggression and violence around the differences. We need to learn from diversity. We need to learn from differences. We need to understand through loving. Bless your day.